a ton of horror stuff lately, of course, which
Right.
I always do, but this is even more. Um, I did go to see Barbarian. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
The first 1 hour and 46 minutes were a masterclass in how to make a horror movie, and the last 2 minutes was a masterclass on how to screw up an ending. I don't know what happened all the way right until that last like minute and a half, 2 minutes. I was like, oh my god, this is great. This is so good. And there's twists and turns. There's all kinds of stuff. God, it's just so great. And then you get to the ending, and I was like, oh, well, I guess that character bumped their head and imagined this. That's how I made myself feel better with it, because I really thought the ending was not good. It was a. Have you seen High Tension?
No.
Okay, that's another one. That's what I'm comparing it to. It's a great movie until you get right to the end, and then you're like, oh, okay. But I mean, I would still put it up against a lot of horror movies lately. Watched Werewolf by Night.
Oh, that was brilliant.
That was so fun, so good.
Yeah.
That was more fun, but Barbarian was very serious and kind of like, it's like somebody throwing a blanket over you and not letting you up for an hour and a half. In a good way. It was really good. Right. New Hellraiser, which I loved.
I've heard a lot of people saying good things about it.
I love that for a couple of reasons. Number one, they went back to actually being a Hellraiser movie instead of taking an unproduced script and writing Pinhead into 3 scenes, which they did for like the last 4 movies. Those were unsold scripts, and they needed to hold on to the rights, so they literally wrote Pinhead into them. It was like a detective story. There was this. The last one was basically 7. That was better because it was supposed to be a Hellraiser movie. I had a different Pinhead, but this guy was actually good. The guy before was terrible, and then of course Doug Bradley is great. But Jamie, I can't remember her last name now. She is fantastic as Pinhead. She's really good, real menacing, really just emotionless. Pinhead is back to, you don't anger Pinhead, you don't reason with Pinhead. Pinhead's always like the demon version of Terminator to me. It's just like, no, and you're not going to say anything to get out of this. Maybe you can make a deal, but he's going to screw you later on anyway.
Maybe I'll force my wife to watch those with me.
Well, and you know what, though? It's produced by Disney because it's a Hulu original.
Right.
It's a Disney movie. And now that there's a woman playing Pinhead, that is the newest Disney princess.
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah, Disney is not what Disney used to be.
Not at all.
And I'm not passing judgment. There are people that pass judgment on that. I don't care. I think the worst they ever got was Black Hole.
No. I swear it was Touchstone Pictures.
That all changed in the 90s.
No, this is like 80s. Yeah, they did. They made rated R movies. It wasn't under the Disney banner.
Right.
But at the end, you could see like a Walt Disney Company.
Well, that's why they created Touchstone, is so they
Right.
could get into anything beyond a G rating.
Yeah, but some of them were rated R.
As culture progresses,
comedies, rated R comedies. Or horror
as
movies,
culture progresses, the stuff that's rated G now would have been PG in the 80s. That's just the nature of the beast.
I don't know though. I remember Charlton Heston's ass in Planet of the Apes. Gremlins was PG.
Oh, that's how we got PG-13.
Gremlins and Indiana Jones. Yep.
Indiana Jones.
Yep. And Gremlins. Don't you ever dismiss Gremlins.
I did like Gremlins. I'm not an E.T. fan. I hate E.T. But I think, to me, Gremlins is everything that E.T. was supposed to be. That fun family fantasy.
Yeah, but it was super dark too.
E.T.?
Gremlins.
Gremlins wasn't dark.
with her dad getting caught in the chimney and suffocating and dying, and it started smelling bad.
Things happen.
And that's how
Like,
things happen.
like
With the skeletal goopy gremlin
They were
coming
like
up and
cute
like
little
the,
monsters.
the
that turn
chainsaw
into...
and throwing the saw blades. And when is the last time you saw this?
I watched that. Like, that's one of my Christmas movies.
She
that you
cut
have to
his
watch.
she cut his head off. She stuffed one in a blender, exploded one in a microwave.
But they were gremlins. They don't count.
Like, they do. This scares the hell out of every kid that ever watches it.
Really?
Yeah, that terrifies adults, man.
Like, were you terrorized by gremlins?
Oh yeah.
The dog hanging.
I couldn't hear the theme for like 5 years. Like actually. Like,
Wow,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they hung the dog by
I was
Christmas lights on the
legitimately-
front porch.
I was legitimately more terrorized by E.T. than Gremlins.
Really?
Yeah, I hate that movie. Like, I dislike that movie a lot.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say after this comic.
Like, and I'm not generally a dark, twisty type person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not one that goes in for the
Wow.
slasher flicks and that kind of stuff. That's just not me.
It's okay. We still be friends.
But I don't know. I was
Huh.
actually thinking we should do like I mean, our timing on this thing sucks, but we should try to do a 10-minute segment on movies. Like, what did you watch?
We
this
just
week?
did.
I know. We do it every episode.
we
so-
do it anyway, man.
Yeah. Our little comic book podcast. We talk about everything but comics.
Yeah, I know,
sometimes.
right? Oh, God. No. But it's okay. We're having fun.
But it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah.